So, hey, today is my day 20 of how I deliver my thoughts and knowledge to you guys. So, in this series, we are going to talk about a topic which we occasionally heard in news and read about it because it not directly affect ourselves, or we think that it's not our field to talk about what we have to do. It is a great Indian exodus. It is now became common that this celebrity has shifted to uh, New York City, or the cricketer has shifted to London, and the businessmen are leaving India and settling in Dubai, or the country who has less tax and all. So why this is happening and what are the impacts on our life? So let's get started. um, every day we celebrate our cricketers, movie stars, athletes, just buying their tickets of thousands but here is the reality check. Once they have made their fortune, many of them quietly move abroad and leave the country where they have made everything, where they got so much of love, so much of support. They gonna leave it when they make their fortune. Whether it is celebrity like Virat Kohli, Yuvraj Singh living in UK, or the children of powerful ministers and bureaucrats are studying in the foreign universities. um, uh, you can easily find the most of our cabinet ministers children are just uh, getting education completed there in world's best universities. So yeah, shows our that shows a hard reality to us. So last year alone, around 6,000 millionaires left India. The number is huge because they are HNIs, net worth individuals. So this isn't a trend of search for a privacy or a financial evacuation. While we told the Indian dream is alive, thousands of high net worth individuals, those who have income over 5 crores or 25 crores in a year, are choosing to give up their citizenship for the country, for our country, and opt citizenship like countries like New Zealand and Dubai. Yeah. So uh, what are the reasons behind it, why they are leaving it? The first reason is we have heard a popular statement like taxes like England and services like Somalia. The number has big contribution of this statement. Why are they leaving? We don't know. We know the reason. The biggest reason is the broken system in India. The middle class and the white collar professionals are taxed heavily. You have known that above 10 lakh you have to pay much more taxes than a guy who has income less than you are. Often between 30 to 40%. Yeah, that's the hard reality. So the individual who is earning more than 10 to 12 lakh is just giving his 15% of the whole income to the government just as a direct income tax. And what they are expected to get the service in, they just services like Somalia. That's true and very genuine statement, has holding so much of weight. And when you goes to the upper in the tax slab above 24 lakhs, they have been taxed more than 30% of their income. Hey, could you expect that they are just working for the one third of the time for the government in the whole year? So that's the reason behind it, why they are leaving us. On above that, 30% of the income tax, that's not it the main reason. After that they have to pay much more taxes. like on top of that, the basic necessities like air condition and car with hit 28% GST, like they are in the luxury category, so they have to pay extra taxes when they are buying this kind of goods. So as a source we put taxes like um, England and get services like Somalia. If you earn 10 rupees, nearly 8 to 7 go back to the government through the direct and indirect taxes channels. And what do we get in return? You know the what are the situations of government infrastructure, government hospitals and schools. You know, uh, as we talk about infrastructure, potholes on the destroy the newly very new vehicle, and we paid heavy road taxes for the healthcare. You know the facilities like you want to know that, go to the Safdarjung or AIMS, you will find that they are just flooded with crowd from the tier 2 tier 3 cities where the corruption has eaten up the system, and they have to travel here and get the services in the that kind or that big government hospital, and they are just turning up into a railway station, crowded railway station. And the education situation, we all know that paper leaks are frequent in our country, rote learning, no skill oriented job. We know all the reality of our education system, government. On top of that, the one more factor that influence them to leave our country is the quality of life. Quality of life, when we thought about our national capital decision, what first came in our mind? Cities, footage of fog filled cities, and just people are sneezing and coughing. That what the first image hit in our mind when we talk about the winters of Delhi. We all know that what the government situation are there. We are like a world's top 20 most polluted country, like most of them are from India or like our region. So for many it's about not then just money, it's about the survival. Experts says that when you breathe in fresh air, you will your life extend to 8 to 10 years. Why would they stay there here, and even they can move to afford to move the country where they can get a fresh air. In our country basic necessities are like just become a luxury for us. So let's move to the next segment, why peoples are not complaining all this, the millionaires are living who can afford, but the people who are still living in those reasons, or is still suffering, is still facing the same government infrastructure and same issues every single day. Why they didn't complain or they raised their voices? um, there is a called a psychology called the bread and circus psychology, when the revolt rises in the Rome, the king distributed bread and organizes circus to distract the government. Same happens in our in. So, bread circus psychology, by providing basic necessities like the ration, cheap or free ration or cheap internet, the government keeps public satisfied enough not to revolt against them, not to raise their voice, not to know their main reasons. Instead of debating on the GDP per capita income, we are just taking proud of, like we are the fourth largest economy. Have you seen the population? So on basis of that, you have to debate on the per capita income also, if you are taking the credit of GDP, fourth largest GDP. So you have to talk about the per capita income also, which is the countries like Western Africa's country, which are better than us, in the per capita income. And the mainstream media is often focuses on the communal and the Hindu Muslim debates rather than on religious gatherings, rather than focusing on the main core topics of the country's development. And they just spread communal debates and all that. You have seen whenever you open a news channel, you will find a prime time debate or evening debate on that, on the religion basis every day. When some or there is a problem on that, when some individual journalists try to expose the scam like 120 crores of construction scandal in Chhattisgarh, or whatever scandal they expose, they will face a severe consequences, or sometimes they it will lead to their death also. So how will all this gonna affect us, like peoples are leaving India because of these reasons, and what are the impacts on our life? Let's discuss on that. When the rich leaves the country, they leaves burden on you, corruption, money from the politics and the bureaucrats they have earned from the or just getting rishwat and under table kharcha pani. They are just dumped blindly into the real estate because they couldn't keep that cash in the bank or in assets, because it will easily disclose. So they dump that cash into the property and real estate market. And as you know that the real market prices are so up that a middle class individual couldn't afford without a 30 to 40 years of house loan. It's like a 3 to 4 bhk in the Delhi NCR is just going up to 3 to 4 crore. Or you know the prices, I'm just giving you a example. Have you seen this property market in the Gurugram? Gurgaon has been skyrocket from 3 to 5 crore and average flat. And so that, so it's the one side I have shown you. So you could easily find what are the consequences if the rich leaves the country. The brain drain, the like the taxes they pay, the innovations they have, the technology they have, they all just getting from us, just learning from us, and just putting their mind in the other country. So it's a huge loss for our country to get that. um, so it's a huge cost for our country. We have to think about it, and government have to make initiative on this and make it concerning issue. So that's it from my side, and I have to know that if you have 10 crore in your bank account in every year, would you still live in this country or leave out? Comment down. That's it. Bye.